to total body workout that I have for you today. You're going to need some hand weights, so if you have those available, go ahead and grab those, light, medium, and heavy. And I do have one other optional piece of equipment. If you have a band like this that has the handles on it and you want to use it today, you can. If you don't have one, don't worry, everything can be done with hand weights too, but this will be an option, and I'll show you that as we get started. There's a playlist in the chat section if you're interested in some music. Otherwise, feel free to play your own tunes, and let's get started. All right, so let's warm up a little bit here. Start with some squats, and then at the top, just roll your shoulders up, back, and down. So weight goes into your heels, up, back, and down. I hope you are enjoying this super snowy day. Go ahead and switch the direction of your shoulder roll. And I started my morning off with a workout, AKA shoveling my driveway, so that was fun. And I get to do it again. 2 more. All right, and from here, just take a little torso rotation. Make sure you twist your ankles along with you. Core is tight. And then extend one arm out like you're sweeping off a table in front of you. Just opening up your shoulders. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Keep your feet nice and wide. Turn your toes out a little bit. Sink into a sumo squat. So this time your knees are pointed out to the side a little bit. Let's try to reach overhead, warm our shoulders. There we go. If you are just joining, just make sure you have a pair of hand weights, light, medium, heavy if you have them. And if you have a long band with a handle, you can use that as well. Not necessary, but an option, just to change things up a little. 1 more. All right, hold it right here. Hamstring curls, bring your heels up behind you. Squeeze your elbows back, pinch your shoulder blades, and get your heel all the way to your glute. There you go. Try to sink into this just a little bit more. So your heart rate starts to raise. Warmth starting to come to your body. It's a cold winter day. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more each way. Nice job. Let's do some reverse lunges. So start with your feet under your hips, sink one leg back, keep your front knee at 90 degrees, and switch. This is a really good way to warm up your legs. Engage your hips. Start to focus on your balance a little bit here. There we go. Let's do 1 more on each side, and then we're going to do some inchworms. Warm up our shoulders and our core. So bend your knees, walk your hands out until you're in a plank position. You can drop either to your knees or stay up on your toes. And then bend your knees, walk back. Go ahead and let's do that 2 more times. Now, as at the end of your plank, make sure your head stays in line. Last one right here. Hold. All right, now stay right here. We're just going to do a couple push-ups to warm up our chest. So you can drop to your knees, or you can be on your toes. I want you to do 4. Nice and easy. And then bend your knees. Bring it all up. All right, take your arms. Open and close them right here. Nice dynamic stretch of your chest and your back. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, here is what I have for you today. We have some longer circuits. Every move today is going to be a minute long. So get ready for some endurance and choose your weights appropriately. Our first move is going to be an upper body move. You can use either weight or your band. I'll show both options. Option 1, if you like this option, grab your weights. You're going to hold 2 weights right here. 1 weight's going to move. The other weight is going to hold a 90-degree angle. If you're using a band, it looks exactly the same, except you're going to stand on the band and curl 1 and hold 1. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and begin. So 90-degree angle right here. Just curl and extend. Now, regardless of if you're using a band or you're using hand weights, I want you to keep the elbow that's not moving, the arm that's not moving, keep your elbow away from your hip. It's easy when you're holding isometrically like this to kind of like let it balance on your hip a little bit. That's not going to allow your muscles to work well. I want you to hold using your muscles. We're going to be switching in 3, 2, hold your arm that was just moving and move your other one. Woo! That's hard, especially with the arm that started. It's tired right now and you're expecting it to hold. So take that break if you need to. Core is nice and tight. Nice job. All right, you have about 10 seconds left right here. You keep going. I'm just going to get ready to show you your next move with weights and band. 3, 2, and go ahead and release. Here's your next move. You're going to sink into a squat. You're going to walk 2 times to the side, and then you're going to squat 2 times. Okay, if you like weights, go ahead and start with that. If you want to use your band, join me as we begin. 3, 2, and 1. You're just going to load up your band at your shoulders right here, like so. There you go. So your hips are back. Your booty is going back behind you. Your weight is in your heels. If you're using the band, the weights can be right at your shoulders. If you're using weights, keep them down by your side. That's going to keep the weight in the correct spot. Sink down nice and low here. You can also do this with no equipment at all. So if neither option is, jiving with you today, go ahead and set them down and just use body weight, okay, right here. You have about 20 seconds left. Like I mentioned, our circuits are a little longer today, working on muscular endurance, which might mean that your weight selection a little bit less than you normally would grab. Keep it up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you have a mat, go ahead and grab it. We're coming to the floor. This one, you don't need any equipment. We have a side plank, hip dip, with a needle thread, I'm going to call it. So you're going to start on your elbow. Put your bottom knee down, your top leg is straight. Lift up here, and from here, I want you to dip down, lift up, thread the needle, and repeat. Now you can keep your bottom knee on the floor, like I'm showing here, or to make it just a little bit harder, you can keep your legs straight. There you go. Really looking into the oblique that's closest to the floor. That's your core muscle along the side of your body. And switch. Go ahead and switch to the other side. You can either turn backwards or switch around, and let's go. So 1 dip, 1 thread. If you're having a hard time balancing here, check that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder, right here. This should be one straight line. If it's not, it can decrease how well you're able to balance. It can also put unnecessary strain on your shoulder. Last one. There we go. All right. Stand back up. We are back to the top with round 2 of those 3 moves. Our first move was the isometric hold, bicep curl. This time I'm going to go for weights. Here we go. Hold 1, move 1. Let's go. Now, the cool thing, if you happen to have both weights and a band, you can alternate with me. Okay, maybe the first and third round, you're using a band, and the second round, you're using weights. You're going to challenge your muscles, the same group of muscles, but you're going to challenge them in a different way. Kind of cool. Get ready to switch in 4, 3, 2. All right, hold that weight. Let's go. Up and down. Check your elbow. Don't balance it on your hip like it's a toddler, okay? Especially if you're someone who carries kids around. We have that, tendency to put our hip out, carrying something heavy. Stay tall, stop bending your knees. Here we go. Just over 10 seconds left with our upper body move. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Great. All right. Squat. You're in a tiny little room, 2 steps, 2 squats with the band or with the weights. Here we go. 3, 2, and begin. Start with the weight in your heels. Take 2 steps to the side. Push through your heels, squeeze your glutes, and 2 times. 2 and 2, that's our pattern. You can use your band, you can use your weights. You can use just your body weight. All right, the next time you walk, I want you to imagine that the room that you're walking sideways through is got 1 inch shorter. 1 inch shorter. Get down. Bend your knees and lift. Just like a bicep move, where we have 1 arm still. When you're moving side to side, you're essentially doing the same thing with your leg muscles here. You're holding them in a flexed position. So an isometric hold, it means you're just contracting and holding. It's a different type of burn. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come onto the floor for side plank, Thread the needle. You can choose whatever side you'd like to start on. Elbow right underneath your shoulder. Ready? 3, 2, and begin. One dip, one reach. Excuse me. Your bottom knee can be lifted or it can be bent. That's going to just give you a little bit more to balance on. And the thread through, that's kind of hard to see because it's, two-dimensional on a computer screen here, but you're not twisting so far that you flip over onto your belly, okay? Just enough to feel your core and then release. And switch, other side. There we go, right into it. We want to try to make these transitions as quick as possible. We only have 45 minutes together, so we need to make the most of it. No time is wasted, right? You have about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, great. All right, team. Excuse me. One more time from the top, bicep curl. This time I'm going with my band again, so if you're going to use that. Go ahead and set it up. Make sure your bands are even and go. One bend, one move. And depending on the resistance level you have in your band, right, if it's not feeling like it's challenging enough, you can also double wrap your legs. So wrap around your feet 2 times, if that's helpful to you. If it's too hard and you don't have a lighter band, only stand on it with one hand. That's going to help. Or set one hand with one foot. The sides. Other one. It just wouldn't be a regular class if I didn't, mess up words. Keep it up. Elbow pulled away from your body. Tight grip, flexing your bicep. This is the last time you're going to do this movement right here. You're using your band, you're controlling it the entire time, not just on the way up. Don't let it snap back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side walks with a squat. If you're using a band, load it up at your shoulders. Here we go. And begin. 2 walks to the side, nice and low. 2 squats. Now, the cool thing about using the band for this sideways movement is not only are you working your quads and your glutes, but you're also working like the sides of your hips here because the band is providing some resistance as you step. Keep breathing. Sinking in slower. Come on. There you go. You're halfway through your final time. Is the weight in your heels. Keep your core tight. Your back nice and strong. Shoulders are in line. And down. Keep it up, keep it up. Embrace that burn. Oh, my headphones just died, I think. Hopefully they don't die on me. They just made like a sound. If they do, I'll just go to computer audio. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go. All right, down to side plank. You ready? Thread the needle. 3, 2, and go. 1 lift, wrap, dip, repeat. There we go. Slow and steady. Find your balance in between. Even when you're not moving in this position, you're just holding right here, your muscles are still working. Almost ready to switch. 4, 3, 2, go ahead, switch sides. Here we go. Lift, wrap, and lower. All right, just so you have a heads up of what is going to be coming at you after this move. We're going to stand up. We have a cardio move. You're only doing a cardio move 1 time now. It's still a minute, but it's 1 time versus 3. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up. So your space. Your pattern is front to back. Okay, so you're going to go front and back. I'm going to tell you different moves to do front and back, starting with a high knee run. 3, 2, let's go. So pick up your knees, run forward, and run back. There you go, just a few inches. You can change it to a march if you'd like. All right, in 5 seconds, we're going to change the move, but you're still going front to back. Ready? You're going to change it to a squat jump and go. Jump forward, jump back. So same thing, forward to back movement. The move just changed. There you go. How far can you get? Right, in 3 seconds, we're changing it again. This time it's a skater jump. Ready? Skate forward 3 times, skate back 3 times. Or 4 or 2, depending on how much room you have. Woo! You got it, come on. Are you ready for your last one? Back feet, go. Back feet forward, back feet back. Go, go, go. Almost at 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe. Great job. All right, grab a drink. You get a break right now. Breathe and enjoy. I'm going to switch the computer audio because I have a feeling my headphones are going to die. All right.
There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so next set of movements. Again, you can use your band, you can use your hand weights. We're going to be working shoulders and triceps. So I'm going to grab some medium to light weights. You're going to lift the weights 2 times to shoulder height. Then you're going to hinge forward, bend your knees, and lift them back 2 times straight. So shoulders working the front, triceps working the back. If you're using a band, stand on your band, and we're going to do the same thing. Move 2, we have a stationary lunge. So you're going to step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, down and up. You can have weights in your hand for that one if you'd like. Then we're going to lay on our back and do some crunches. I'll show more of that once we get there. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and begin. So if you're using the band, just stand on it, lean forward, press back 2 times. Now you're going to get a different feeling with the band versus the weights. So if you don't like one or the other, go ahead and switch. Depending on how long your band is too, you may be able to not lift it quite as high or too high. You can kind of pick and choose. You're over halfway. As you move through this movement too, eliminate any swinging. Your muscles are moving, the weight's not the momentum. You're not swinging. That doesn't have your muscles work quite as well. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, we're moving to stationary lunges. You can use weights or you can do body weight only. Go ahead, if you are using weights, put 1 weight in each hand. Take your right foot forward, your left foot back, space in between them, and lower and lift. Just like we talked about in our warm-up, your front knee should be as close to a 90-degree angle as you can get it. It's okay if it's not perfect, but that's what you want to shoot for. Keep it up. Slow and steady here. Constant movement. You don't really have a top and a bottom. You're just moving through this motion the entire time. We're switching sides in 3, 2, and switch. There we go. Set up and repeat. Okay, if your balance is like, just like what I did there, make sure that there's a space laterally or side to side between your feet. If you try to put your feet like you're walking on a balance beam, you're going to feel like you're walking on a balance beam. You're going to have a hard time balancing. So create a little space between, widen your base, and you'll notice you feel a lot more stable. 5, 4, 3, 2. There you go. All right, come on down to the floor for your core move. We have 2 crunches, 4 ankle tappers. Join me as soon as you catch on. Hands behind your head. You're going to crunch 2 times right here. On the second one, hold at the top and ankle tap 4 times. And then repeat. So 2 crunches. Hold your second crunch. Tap 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your low back is pressed into the floor. And as you tap your ankles, your shoulder blades are up off the floor. Keep going. You're just kind of rocking side to side like a windshield wiper. We're halfway. If your neck starts to bug you during this movement too, you can also do the ankle tappers with your hands behind your head. Instead of tapping your ankles, you're just rocking side to side. 10 seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself on up. We're back to front raise, tricep lift with the band or with weights. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and begin. Soft bend in your elbows regardless of the equipment that you're using. Soft bend in your knees regardless of the equipment you're using. There you go. Squeeze your core the entire time too. Sometimes when we lift our weights in front of us with extended arms, our posture starts to go, our core gets all loosey-goosey. We don't want that. We want to stay strong. And a good option, if you need to, is to lift one arm at a time. Like so. You can do this with the band too. When you lift to the front, your thumbs are the highest. And when you lift to the back, your pinky fingers are the highest. And it's going to ensure that your shoulders and triceps are the muscles working. Great job, you guys. Keep it up. These minute-long circuits are not easy. No joke. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're moving into stationary lunges. Weights if you want them. Otherwise, body weight works too. Weights start on each side. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Shoulders back and down. Here we go. Down and up. 90 degrees with your front knee. Shoulders are back, away from your ears. Weight is evenly distributed, so one foot's not, carrying all of your weight. Dropping straight to the middle. Smile on your face. There you go. 4, 3, 2, and switch. Here you go. Even Steven here. Imagine yourself counting here. Count 2 counts to the bottom, 2 counts to the top. Even out the movement. There you go. Nice job. You want to make it a little harder? Don't stand all the way up. Stop just before your legs straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Come on down to the floor. 2 crunches, 4 ankle tappers. And begin. Crunch, crunch, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. I really want you to focus on this movement too. Sometimes, at least personally, when I lay down on the floor and I do a core movement, sometimes I check out mentally. I just kind of go through the motions because it's more comfortable. And I want you to do that here. I want you to focus on your core muscles that are working. Your core is basically the most important muscle group that you have. It supports every movement that you make in daily life. So not one to slack through. Keep it up. We have 15 seconds, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it on up. We're going through that one more time, starting with front raises and tricep extensions. This time I'm going to go with my band. I'm going to show you the one arm option for this too. You can also stand on it with one leg to make it a little easier. Go ahead and begin. So if you can try it with one leg, 2 hands, like so. You can also try one leg, 1 arm. So lots of different options here if you're choosing to use the band. I personally prefer the weights, so going with that. Allow your head to just naturally follow your spine. So as you're standing, you're looking straight ahead. As you hinge forward for triceps, you're gazing down at the floor, just a few feet in front of you. Controlling the weights, especially on the way down. Ten seconds left and this move is done. Hang in there, you got this. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Stationary lunge. We are cruising. Let's go. Pick your favorite foot, set it forward. Pick your second favorite foot, send it back. Let's go, down and up. That's our last time. You haven't felt challenged with this move yet. I'm going to challenge you right now. Pick up something heavier. Double up the weights in your hand, or don't straighten your legs all the way. Just work that middle section. Don't come all the way up. You don't want to waste your time when you only have 45 minutes to get your workout in. You want to make the most of it. Listen to your body, move at a pace that feels good for you, and also challenge yourself. Go ahead and switch. Let's go. There you go. Watch the space between your feet. If your balance feels a little quaky. Nice work. Whew. 10 seconds left. You got this. You're close. 5, 4, 3, 2, weights down, 2 crunches, 4 ankle taps. Are you ready? And begin. Last time. Keep your elbows lengthened out to the side. You want to avoid crunching your head in, your elbows in. It's going to put unnecessary pressure on your neck, which none of us want. So treat your hands and your elbows like a pillow here. Just gentle support. You're over halfway. Keep it up, keep it up. All right, in 20 seconds, you're going to stand up. You're going to clear your space so that you have room for your cardio movement. We have a single leg hop in the shape of a V. I'll show you what that looks like as soon as we stand up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, clear your spot. I want you to imagine you have a V shape on the floor. You're going to start on the back of your V and it goes this direction. You're going to stand on one foot, jump to one side, jump back, jump to the other side, jump back. Halfway, we'll switch. Ready? 3, 2, and go. All right. So obviously there's the one-legged option. This doesn't feel good to you. Try both legs. Okay, go to one side and the other. And if you don't want to jump at all, make it a little bit of a step hop like this. All right, lots of options here. Bend your knee, sink backward. Get ready to switch legs if you're on one side in 3, 2, woo, let's go. This one's killer. Here you go, just jumping from side to side. Multi-directional jump here. Great for ankle support and strength. Great for grit, working through it. Woo, 10 seconds. Hang in there, team. If you're falling out of it, do both legs. 4, 3, 2, done. All right, we have one circuit left that looks just like that. We are headed down to the floor for this circuit though, so grab a drink, howl off, take a lap if you need to, and then find a comfortable spot on the floor. We're going to start with chest. So I want you to grab some relatively medium to heavy weights or so. Yeah, I know, Anne, right? She said one-legged hops are not easy. Yeah, I know. All right, so we have 2 chest presses, 1, 2. Then you're going to twist your arms so your hands face each other and you're going to open and close. That's all going to take place on your back. So that's the first one. If you want to, if you have a band, keep it nearby because for the core movement, I'm going to give you an option to use your band. So just put it near you if you need it. I'll show you your other moves as we get there. Let's start with the chest press. Grab your weights, slowly roll back. Let's start with the weights up over our head. Here we go. 2 presses. On your second one, rotate your weights and chest fly. The difference between the 2 is your arm placement. You're either pressing from a bent elbow position to a straight elbow position, or you're opening from a curved elbow to a curved elbow. So at the top, it's going to look like a little Cheerio or an oval. And the entire time, your low back is pressed into the floor. You can take out a little bit of the intensity by switching to one arm at a time. Here you go, keep it up. You have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, you can set those weights off to the side. You're not going to need them for this next move. We have a reverse plank. So our lower body move is going to be down here in a plank. If your wrists start to hurt, don't worry, I will show you an option for this too. Otherwise, extend your legs long. Fingertips point toward your heels. You're going to lift up and down like so. Lift and lower. Now you can adjust how your hands are. Okay, so you keep going. Okay, if your hands are here and that doesn't feel good, try to rotate them a little bit. See if that helps. If that doesn't help, you can also put 2 weights under your hands like so. That's going to just give you a little bit more to push up on. There you go. And if that doesn't feel good, you can also bring your knees in and do a reverse tabletop instead of a plank. Lots of options. None of them are super easy, but hopefully you can find one that you can at least do for 60 seconds, and then we'll move on. Less than 10 seconds. Weight is in your heels here. You have a bend in your knees, just a slight one. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have a 3-way boat pose. I'm going to show an option with the band. If you don't have a band, just do this without. If you do have a band, start with the band wrapped on top of your toes and then bring it through the middle, okay, so that it's wrapped around each. Hold both handles in one hand, lay back. You're going to lift to the middle, one side, middle, other side. So all you're doing is twisting your elbow from one side to the other. Now, if you don't have a band, totally cool. You guys keep going. You can do this. Lean back, come up, lean back, come up. You can either keep your feet on the floor like I just showed, or you can bring them up along with you like I did with the band. All right, let's do it. Let's do it like we haven't already been doing it for 20 seconds. Here we go, guys. Really twist. See if you can get your elbow to touch the floor. 15 seconds left. I really like using the band for this move because it allows you to balance a little bit easier because the band is kind of helping you get to each of the positions. And done. All right, we are back to chest press and fly. 2 presses to every 1 fly. Isn't this one nice? You don't even have to stand up. And begin right here. 2 presses. Rotate your weights. Chest fly. Low back is pressed to the floor. All right, I'm going to give you an option here to make this a little bit harder and engage your core. If you want to, you can bring your legs straight up. And as you open up to a fly, you can lower them down. You can also do it as you chest press. Just an option. Skip it if you don't like it. We have about 20 seconds left. 2 chest press, 1 chest fly. Working our pec muscles here. So same group of muscles that you work when you do a push-up. And the weights are touching just above your chest. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and set those off to the side. We have our reverse planks or a reverse tabletop lift. Both of the options are working your hamstrings and your glutes. Are you ready? 3, 2, and go. So lift up till you're in a nice straight line and come on down. Well, feel free to rest in between. Go ahead and sit your booty on the floor if you need to, or you can hover and just continue. I want you to keep a slight bend in your knees. You don't want to lock your knees out, especially, so you guys keep going. My knees are double jointed, so if I totally lock them out, it hurts really bad because they're hyperextending. So keep a little bit of a bend in them, primarily straight, and use your hamstrings and your glutes to lift you up. Your head is just following naturally, so by the end of your plank, you're looking at the ceiling. And find a hand placement that works for you, or a foot placement that works for you. You will definitely feel this one tomorrow. Same place you would feel if we were doing a deadlift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have our three-way boat pose with the band or without. If you are using the band, put it on top of your shoelaces and then wrap it through the center of your legs. Grab both handles, make sure that they are even. Let's go. So lean back and in, and then one to the center. If you have the band, just press straight out, hold the bottom and hold the top. Great job. You'll notice, now I did the first round without the band for part of it. With the band, you're working harder on the way down. Without the band, you're working harder on the way up. So it's a great way to train your muscles, just a different modality. Can challenge you in a different way. And if you like the idea of having this bands, I suggest you check out Target.com. Get yourself a pair of these. 3, 2, and 1. All right. One more time through that circuit, 2 chest presses, 1 chest fly. We're going to finish off with our cardio move, and then you are on with the rest of your day. Here we go. 2 to 1. Let's do it. If you have music going, now is a great time to crank it up as we push through these final last couple moves. Great job. You're already halfway through. Soft bend in your arms. You want to lock your elbows out. Feel it? Getting a little shaky here. 15 seconds. Home stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Here we go. And begin. Soft bend in your knees. Lift and lower. Don't forget those options we talked about too. You can twist how your hands are, okay? If it feels better to turn your hands a certain direction, if it feels better to put your hands on weights, feels better to bring your heels in. Might not make it your favorite move ever, but it'll make it more, bearable for these last 30 seconds. Use your hamstrings to lift. Press through your heels, kind of balancing on your heels a little bit here. And you don't have to go any higher than a flat back. 15 seconds. You got it. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are moving into our boat pose. This time I'll show it without the band too. 3-way boat pose, and then we're going to stand up. We have a cardio move. You ready? Let's go. To the side and center. Side and center. Here you go. Slow and steady on this. No need to rush. Save your energy for the cardio move that's coming next. Really work through every part of your core. On the way down, hand on the way up. You're halfway. Almost there. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Final 10 seconds. And then I want you to make sure that your space is clear. Our cardio move is 3 plank jacks, 3 regular jacks. 3, 2, and 1. Here's what it looks like. You're going to start down here. 3 plank jacks. 1, 2, 3. Jump in. 3 at the top. If you don't want to go up and down, I suggest grabbing a chair or just sticking with jumping jacks. Ready? And go. 3 and 3. Light on your toes. Another modification, you can tap the entire thing. You can even tap your jacks. Pick what works for you. You have 40 seconds left of your final move. Woo. Hang in there. Tell yourself you love this, or at least you will when you're done. 20 seconds. Almost there, almost there. Move at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me or whatever you did yesterday, whatever works today. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. All right, breathe. Take a little walk around. Take a couple steps here. Great job. All right, we're going to stretch it out. I want you to stay standing if you can right now. We're going to start up and then we'll lower ourselves down. Let's start with our arms. Go ahead and pull your right arm across your chest. Good work today. We worked a lot of different muscle groups. Obviously a very strength heavy workout. Take your same arm, reach it up and over. Really got into our muscular endurance. So lifting weights for long periods of time. If you liked today's workout or you like, just working out from home, I invite you to join me on Monday too at 7 a.m. It'll be a different format. Just as much fun though. All right, take your feet nice and wide. Toes turn out slightly. Come on down to a sumo squat and press one shoulder down. As you do so, just gently press away on your leg for a nice inner thigh stretch and back stretch. And switch. Go ahead and switch again. One more each way. All right, and then come on up. Turn yourself off to the side. Sink down into a lunge, keeping your knee over your ankle. Press your back hip down. You can be on your knee or you can keep it elevated. And then I want you to plant your outside hand, twist towards your bent knee, reach to the sky. Plant your hand, let's switch feet, other side. Sink into your lunge, press your hip down. And then same thing, twisting your arm closest to your leg up to the sky. And release. Go ahead and come to a seated position. You can put your legs out in front of you. Just toes pointed gently toward the ceiling. Reach up and fold yourself forward. Just hang here for a bit. Those reverse planks that we did in our last circuit really worked into your hamstrings. So this is an important stretch to do to really get into those muscles. All right, and let's stretch out our back a little bit here. So comfortable seated position, some torso rotations, gently pressing away on your legs and reaching toward behind you. And then plant one hand, reach up and over to the diagonal, keeping both sit bones on the floor. And switch, same thing, reaching up at a diagonal as far as you can reach. All right, big deep inhale. All right, now go shovel some snow. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I did record today's class, so if you're interested in doing it again, maybe if you want to try it with bands next time or something, it will be available to you. But take care. I'll make sure to charge my headphones next time. So